shit gun line. Yeah, you know that I'm on my grind. Yeah, I'm self-paid, self-employed. I gotta get paid, homie, I gotta get paid.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of SelfPaid. You got your host, Dom, and
Alex here.
all right, so this is gonna be a little bit different. We don't have any. We didn't schedule any guests this week, actually. It was more so of just like I know you guys maybe seen that we posted what was it?
Questions.
Yeah, questions. So we're like questions just for specifically for either Alex or myself
or both.
And we're gonna do that today. So you guys might see a segment of just me, and then another episode of just Alex. We might put this together. We don't know yet, but we're just gonna record in general and see where this goes. We might do something at the end. Are we gonna do the skit or not? The truth or drink. All right, so we're gonna do truth or drink. So
Mario came up with those questions though.
Yeah, our podcast is gonna be a little more serious. You know, the questions that you guys asked, and then you guys also asked some silly questions. So we're gonna use those part of the truth or drink, and we'll see how that goes.
All right.
So you're gonna start with me.
Yeah, I'll start with you. So I'm gonna start with asking Dom some questions. First one's pretty good. It says, "How did you meet these fools?"
Oh, bet. Okay, I met these fools. So I actually had a barber. His name was Barlos. He used to cut me up, and then he was kind of like he used to cut at Crispy Clean, which where JMO is one of the owners of, or is the owner of. He used to do house calls for me. Barlos used to do house calls, and then I just started going into the shop. I went into the shop, and then I met Brian. That's when he's like, I switched kind of barbers right there, and Brian started cutting my hair, and then we just started kind of talking. At the time, I had Cookies and Kicks, and these fools is kind of just like starting, I guess. From there, I just kind of gave him my not network, but I gave him opportunities of to take advantage of. You know, I even told him, I'm like, yo, if you ever need anything, just take advantage of it completely. So we did our first meet and greet at Cookies and Kicks when I had Cookies and Kicks. That was the first ever these foods meet and greet, and it went pretty well. It was unorganized as hell, but it went pretty well.
Where was it?
Cookies and Kicks.
Oh, it was.
Yeah, it was there. So he had the opportunity to be like, yo, fuck it, let me just start at Cookies and Kicks, and I was like, yeah, let's do it. And I already knew it was gonna be good, and it went pretty well. And then after that, every opportunity I had, remember when I had the slingshots and shit?
Yeah.
Same thing.
No, I remember that.
I told him, I was like, yo, use the slingshots, use whatever you want, just promo it or whatever. And they actually made it. If you look back probably to the older videos of these foods, you'll see their intros and the slingshots and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And that's how we kind of just started. I just give him whatever he needed. I would help him with whatever, and they would make a video out of it or whatever the case was. And then slowly just started being around them a lot more. Brian's baby shower was at my house. My voice cracked. I was gonna say some shit. Every time my voice cracks, he always says some shit. But yeah, Brian's baby shower was at my house. And it was cool. It was an event that was necessary at that time, and it was last minute, and we just said fuck it. So every opportunity I had, just gave it to them.
The Sunswept house.
Yeah, the Sunswept house. And that's how I met these fools. Just literally cutting my hair. Brian was cutting my hair, and then we just any opportunity it was just here, and then that's how I kind of got into these foods.
Cool. All right, you heard it here.
If you guys didn't know, we were drinking already before this.
Yeah. All right, next one. What did you do before your shoe shop, Cookies and Kicks?
Okay, so a lot of people know that I wanted to become a cop before that, right? So a lot of people do think my name Dom Cop was because of the cop thing, but it wasn't. I actually had a business before. You said Cookies and Kicks, right?
Yeah, it's just
yeah. So before Cookies and Kicks, I had a subscription company with my boy Josh. It was $25 a month, and every Saturday you would get everything for retail. So during the week, we would go cook up a bunch of shoes, streetwear. Supreme was very hype at the time. We used to cook up hundreds of items for Supreme because Supreme used to sell out in seconds. We would have a website where we drop it again every Saturday. And if you're a member, you're able to get it for retail. So we just banked it off of the subscription and not the resale value. And that's what I was doing before that.
Yeah. He used to, if you don't know, he used to have a WeWork.
Oh, yeah.
A little one.
Little WeWork.
But it was nice.
Yeah. It was. I don't know if you guys are familiar with WeWork. It's it's like a little space
Co-working
inside a
space.
building,
Yeah.
right? You can pick how many. By then, I think they went by chairs, so a 2-chair or 3-chair office space. We had a 3-chair, but it had a pillar, so it made it as big as a 4 chair. So we kind of like finessed that one, and that was our office. But right there, we used to. That's how we kind of met. Like that's how I met a bunch of like celebrities and stuff. They would always come through the WeWork, and that's how that first business kind of like went up, and that's how I kind of got into Cookies and Kicks because I was already in the streetwear business there, and I already had made connections with like Cole Bennett, Lil Xan, what was that? Fat Boy SSE, like I don't know if you remember him.
Yeah. That was funny.
Yeah, Jimmy the jeweler, a lot of people. I met a lot. That's how I met 6ix9ine. Even after that business, 6ix9ine would always come around the store and stuff like that. And we used to go to him. A lot of just celebrities in there. That's how I kind of like wiggled my way through there. And yeah, that's what I was doing before.
The follow-up question is, how did you acquire capital for Cookies before it started?
Oh, for Cookies?
Yeah.
For Cookies, it was a little bit different because I had a lot of leftover inventory from my first business. And at the time, it was, I believe, like 4 or 5 of us that originally started Cookies. And it was like 20 grand each or 25 grand each. And I think we put like 5,000 down and like the rest in inventory. Because at the time, it was only just one store, right? So we just needed to come up with 2 months of rent, and which we did with enough 2 people. And then the rest was just inventory. So most of my investment was inventory from my first business to kind of get that started because we had to fill the store up with inventory, right? So I just gave it away as in like, this is my investment for the store. And that's how that got started. We had a lot. Supreme.
So the majority of Cookies in the beginning was your inventory?
Mine and D Hunnits, I believe. Yeah, mine and D Hunnits. And then one of my partners at the time when he was a partner, he had like a small sneaker store / studio. So he had some shoes right there on Melrose already. And he put his inventory in there as well.
All right. Next one. What did you do after Cookies? And guide us through how you felt and what motivated you to once again pursue a completely different business from the ground up.
And before that,
hold on. Before he answers, he didn't jump into it like while we were here. He was with us from the very beginning.
Yeah.
But I think they're asking.
Okay, I'll answer the first half of that question.
Yeah.
But basically, after Cookies left, Cookies already was like trying to get away from them because we had gotten an investor. One of my partners got an investor. And at the time, like, they're kind of pushing me like out a little bit because I had the least percentage at the time. So I was like, all right, fuck it, whatever. It is what it is. I wanted to go back into doing solar anyways because obviously I believe in like the product. I believe in solar. I believe in longevity. That is going to be here forever. Or not forever, but like it's going to be here for a good minute. And I always wanted to just come back. And I think we were getting the new office at the time, which is the one that we're at right now. And I already kind of wanted to start pulling my way away from like the sneaker store. My whole vision was that the investors were gonna take it over and just, you know, the vision that they had, I was already like, all right, bet, like, you know, I gotta do my due diligence and do whatever I need to do that, and I can step away. So I was already kind of pulling away. As the time that I was pulling away and I was kind of here more, that's when my partner was kind of like doing other things that I wasn't aware of. The store was kind of going a little bit south. I was getting calls from like other employees, all this stuff, like things aren't working out, whatever. And then that's when it just closed down. After that, I was just like, okay, it's cool. I already was, you know, planning ahead before that, trying to move out. So it worked out the way that it was supposed to. I mean, but like a lot of things work out the way that it's supposed to, you know, if you just listen to the way that, I don't know, the universe is telling you to speak or to go. That's literally all I did. I knew that I wanted to leave. That was happening, and one fell while the other one was rising.
Yeah. All right. So I want to add to that real quick. Obviously, like not everybody experienced what you were going through at the time, but I do want to add he is very resilient. Like he does get through things pretty well.
Yeah. Even if they're like sinking, we'll still crack a joke. Or
yeah.
We'll still like, it's not the end of the
world. But yeah,
that's
what I wanted to. It says, and what motivated you to continue, right? While you were doing that. So I wanted to add that just so you had an idea of what he's like, because I don't think he's gonna tell.
Yeah, I mean, what motivated me, I wouldn't really say like nothing really motivated me. It's more so of like, I mean, mind you, like we've been together for years, so it's like you're either gonna dwell on it and like be a bitch or just move forward and like, you know, I think when it was happening, we sat outside the car and then like I finally was like, this shit's closing, and I started crying and whatever. And then he's like, well, you either gotta move on or like, you know. And I was like, I know. Like I just like let those feelings out. I finally was able to tell somebody, and I was just like, fuck it. It is what it is. Next day still showed up, and we're still like getting shit
but
done.
he showed up like nothing happened.
Yeah, like nobody. I don't think anybody else knew. Like I don't like to show my feelings, and I don't like to necessarily talk about what's going on in my life. And that's just something that, you know, maybe I need a therapist or some shit. But I don't like to talk about nothing that goes on in my life, unless I feel like I really, really need to. And at that time, I really did like need to. And I know that Alex is always here to listen, so I talked to him, let him know, and it's like all I can do is just move forward and keep grinding. That's literally it.
Oh yeah. All right. Did you come from money, or what was your breakthrough achievement that started all this?
I wouldn't say I came through money. I mean, yes, my family had money at one point in their lives, and like, you know, I never really was the one to like kind of take advantage of that stuff. Like, we came from not having anything. My mom and my stepdad. My stepdad was also like an entrepreneur. Like he always wanted to do his own thing. Then he started his own stuff. He started getting a little bit of bread. We got to experience one thing that's always like kind of grateful for is I got to experience like, you know, having a house with a pool, like it had a little waterfall in the back, like, you know, things like that. But then I also experienced of us like losing everything, like completely everything. I used to have my own room, and then I had to share a room with like my sister and my other sister sometimes. And we used to live like in a back alleyway where you remember that one, Los Alamos, like a back alleyway where we shared the pool with like a neighbor, and we had and it was a 2-bedroom with between 5 of us. And even my stepbrother too. So my stepbrother also comes with 6. But I was able to experience like the downfall on my dad's side. And at that time I was like a sophomore in high school. That's when I turned 15 or 16 and started working. I started working my own job, or I had my own job, and started doing my own stuff with retail, all that stuff. What was the question? Fuck.
It's asking if you came from money, but what was the breakthrough?
The breakthrough was, I honestly don't even feel like I still have had my breakthrough, but it was just nice to know that I stopped depending on my parents since like sophomore year of high school. I knew that,
or a job for the matter. Like you don't depend on a job.
Right now I don't depend on a job like that. At that, I mean, you know, like how a lot of people do, but even at that time it was just like the time my mom asked me for gas money was the time where I was like, fuck, we're at a low. Like I gotta just start doing something. And that's when I started working. I had like 3-4 jobs at one point. I was a server with this guy. I had 2 other jobs aside of that, and I was going to college. Like I was just working. I just said, fuck it, like it is what it is. I gotta just start stacking myself up. At that time I didn't really care to do anything. Didn't care to go out, didn't go out with friends really. Friday nights I was working. My dad had a food truck. Friday nights I was working the food truck while everybody else was going to games and, you know, doing stuff. And this guy was serving. Yeah.
All right. Next one.
I feel like we're running through these questions fast.
Nah, there's a lot.
I bet.
Yeah. What are some short-term goals you have?
Short-term goals.
Let's call it like, I don't know, 6 months. 6 months. Around that time. 6 months to a year. That's short term, huh? 6 months to a year.
I just want to get into a property already. I know you have a property. That's one of the questions that's actually I'm gonna ask him. But I wanted to just get into a property already. I just want to get my toes wet at that point. Especially 6 months to a year. We will. Yeah, nah. I already know. I feel it in my heart. But we're just waiting. I don't know what we're waiting for, but you know, you can never really time the market, but I know that I have a feeling. So we'll see.
Yeah. All right. What are your long-term goals?
Oh, we want a skyscraper. Come on.
Hell yeah. We do.
Skyscraper, either like downtown LA or like somewhere. I don't give a fuck. I just want to, my vision is to stand on the top of during construction, look down and just look at like.
Jump off?
Nah. No, I'm just like be able to like see if I see like my Ford GT down there. Just like.
Yeah. I always tell them like, we've always said that. Like when we were younger too, we've always said we wanted a skyscraper, but like, I don't even know how feasible this is, but I want it to where like the top 10 floors are like living space, right? Remember when we went to Vegas?
Yeah.
Like how half of the floor was one living space and the other half was the other?
Yeah.
So in my head, it's like, all right, like the board members are up at the top, so we all have a room, like
A room up there,
full
yep.
space each, little elevator that takes our cars up,
Yep.
right? And then everything else is just office space.
Yeah.
Little helicopter pad.
Damn.
Uh,
Those are the long-term goals.
yeah, those are long too. All right. Next one. All right. These are some questions that are like directed for both of us, so you might hear it from both ends. But it asks, if you could tell yourself something 5 to 10 years ago, what lesson would you share?
Save money. Just keep stacking up. I think I made a mistake a couple times in my life where I was just like, fuck it. It was more so like money or memories won't, what is it? Memories will last, but the money will always
money
come
comes
back
and
or
goes.
whatever. Yeah, I mean, that's like true in a sense, but like if I just added up all the memories I created,
Yeah.
I for sure would have had a couple houses.
I felt that about Miami.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely felt that about Miami.
That was OD.
All right, well, you heard it here. I do believe in, I think there's like a misconception where people say like, oh, broke people say save money, rich people say invest money. But in the beginning, you have to save money anyway.
Yeah. Even if it's like, even to this day, it's like now I like, you know, if I can like find a way to get a discount or like something or like whatever, like I will.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. Like,
Me
you know,
too.
I'd rather save as much bread as I can right now and just, you know, the opportunity is going to come where, you know, it's time to do this. It's time to do this. And you need to, you need to fork up 20, 30, 50K. And it's like, here you go. Boom.
Yeah. The one thing that I do want to add to that, like in terms of the whole saving money thing, I heard this recently where they said like, you want people around you where like even, and I guess this is in terms of business, but you want the person around you in terms of like, their level of involvement and / importance in the business to treat the company's money like their money, which I think it is important because there are some guys who, you know, you get a bid and it's 10 grand. They're like, all right, fuck it, let's do it. But I did notice like every time, because you helped me with a lot of the like financial stuff, but he's like, we'll get it cheaper here.
Yeah.
This one's a better deal. Right. And,
Even if it was like the gym membership. Like,
yeah.
I had seen a deal where it was like pay the year up front, like little shit like that.
Yeah.
Pay the year up front. You do the math on it. And I think your brother was the one that got like the monthly membership with the like extra guests for $45 a month. And ultimately he would save like $300-400, but just made sense to just pay the year up front. So it's just like little shit like that, you know, even like I'm saying, if I can find a discount or if I can figure out a way to get like, you know, something like at a lower price, why the fuck not, you know?
Yeah.
I even to this day, like I respect him so much because like, you know, he got it, but like he doesn't flaunt it. He does not buying chains and going crazy and buying all this extra jewelry and like all this shit. Yeah, he drives a nice ass car and like, you know, he has shit under his belt, but he's not out there flaunting all this shit and like stuff like that too. Like I'm wearing these food shirts and
Yeah, I learned that from you too. Yeah.
I mean, Fashion Nova, shout them out.
All right. Next one. All right. What is the importance of mental strength in correlation to success?
I think mental strength has everything to do with it. Like, especially like recently, like I haven't really been as motivated to hit the gym as much. And I feel like even just hitting the gym brings more of like an awareness to my mental strength. Cause at the gym, it's just like, it's just me dialed in, doing what I need to do and just thinking. I feel like that plays a big part of like how you're going to come about your day, how you're going to come about your week, stuff like that, especially on a Monday. Like, to me, I at least hit the gym on Mondays. That's the only thing. Like,
Yeah.
at least like I have to hit a Monday,
Yeah.
you know, or something.
That's momentum.
Yeah, it's
That's
momentum. And then like Sundays are my prep days. A lot of it has to do with just little things just like that. My mental strength, right?
Yeah, mental strength. What is the importance of mental strength?
Yeah, so like even Sundays, like Sundays are, to me, it's like I have to be home like around at least 5 or 6. If I'm not, it's because I'm with either my family or something. Because Sundays we kind of dedicate, like especially now the football season starting, dedicate like football, like just because we are able to bond a little bit more and have an excuse to be with each other. But I have to do laundry, cook, clean. I've been liking on cooking, but laundry, cook, clean. Yeah, everything has to be prepared for that Monday. And Monday is just like that day to like jot everything down. You can even do that Sunday and just like start attacking the week. I feel like, yeah, that has to do a lot. I've been lacking on it too, and I need to get back on that. 75 hard was the reason why I kind of realized more of like that structure needs to be implemented in your life, because that was tough. Obviously, a lot of people can't do it, and I want to go back onto it just because it created that structure in my life where I was like, okay, I could do this, this, and this. I need to do this, this, and this, knock this out. And then now there's like 3 tasks, like an extra step of 75 hard. It's called Live Hard, but we didn't do that.
Let's do it.
But shout out Alex. He's the reason why I did it.
Yeah. All right. Building a business. Is it worth it? Can anyone do it? How do you start from scratch? And yeah, I don't know what.
Yeah,
this,
I mean, I can just already right there. Like, I don't think anybody can do it, to be honest. I think anybody can try, for sure, but I don't think anybody can just. If you don't have that mental strength and you're not like aware of like certain things, it's not gonna last long. Anybody can try and everybody can attempt it, but it's about, what is it like? You gotta just keep going. If you don't keep going, and you're gonna give up, then, you know, if you already have that set in the beginning, then it's not gonna work. But anybody could do it. Anybody can try. But to keep going, like, fuck, I was thinking the other day, I haven't had a job since 2017. Like,
yeah.
I haven't depended on like an actual like clock in and clock out since 2017. And like, you know, obviously sometimes I have my ups and sometimes I have my downs. Like, it is what it is. That's the part of being like an entrepreneur is it's always gonna be just like this, and then one day it's just gonna be skyrocket. Even then when I'm probably up there, I'm gonna have, you know, times where like, fuck, this fucking $100,000 deal went south.
Oh yeah.
Or like some shit, you know.
Yeah, that just happened right now too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, so it's like, fuck, you know, like shit like that. If you're not mentally prepared for stuff like that to go on, you're not gonna make it. Anybody can try, anybody can do it, but you really have to have that resilience in you to just keep going.
Yeah. I do want to add though, I do think that I think anybody can do it, but not everybody will.
Yeah.
Or not everyone's willing to.
Yeah, that's what kind of I was going for.
Yeah.
You know, like,
Yeah.
everybody can try it. You know, everybody can do it. Everybody can do it.
Yeah, yeah. I think business or in anything, even fitness or in any aspect of growth, I think it's a level playing field. Like, you don't need you don't need to come from money. You don't need to be physically strong or whatever the case is. I do think that, but anyway, let's continue. What motivates you? How do you dig deeper within yourself?
Fuck. What motivates me? Honestly, just like my family and friends, you know? Like, I want to do things for them that nobody would be able to do for. I don't want to be able to, like, I don't know. There's just like something about my family that, especially now that my older sister had twins now, I'm more so of just like, what the fuck can I do to kind of like help them out? And they're also like me. They won't talk about their problems or they won't tell anybody. They'll just figure it out themselves and they'll just keep going. But sometimes I see things and I notice things where it's like, okay, how the fuck am I going to do this for them? Even though I don't need to, and I know I don't need to, but it's my family at the end of the day and I want to be there for them and support them. Even Alex like knows, like, same thing with his family. It's like, he's there all the time for them if they ever need anything and stuff. My family's like, most like, they don't care about money. It's just like I love it. They care about more time. So anytime I have to like spend with them, like I will give it to them. And that's what they care the most of. So whenever I have the opportunity to give that to them, cool. But I want to be like financially just well off, where like, you know, my mom doesn't have to do shit. She would never be like the one to like never not do anything. But like just for her to have like that comfortability to be like, fuck it, I don't really gotta do shit if I don't want to do shit. But my mom's also like one that motivates me the most. She came from, you know, like nothing in a way, where it's like she was with my stepdad and she was a stay-at-home mom, and then, you know, like what happens when like, you know, they divorce and stuff and she gets left with nothing. You know, I never want to put my wife in that position, which, and my mom sees that shit that too, so she'll never be the one to be like, I'm never gonna not work, you know, because what happens if, you know, I die or her husband dies or whatever, you know, she's gonna have nothing. Well, not nothing, but she got my retirement money. If I die, she has. I have life insurance too. Get life insurance, you know. She has that too. She gets like $600 if I die.
You gotta up that.
Yeah, no cap, I do.
That. All right. Here's a one I just came up with. It came from it says, I'm pretending like I'm reading it. Okay. It says, how does it feel that you're the worst golfer?
I'm trying.
No, I'm just kidding.
As long as I'm trying.
No, we do. That's one thing though. We do. You don't golf too much.
Yeah,
but we
no.
do have fun.
Yeah.
We do have fun. We'll insert some clips.
Shit. I
Yeah.
like to drink.
All right. There's some questions I guess on the bottom from like I guess they're screenshots from Instagram. What is your main goal in life as of right now?
Main goal right now, right now, is just to get a property in. To be honest, that would be my main goal. Just to get one in the door. Doesn't matter if it's here or somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
Knock my first one out the list, because once you get the first one, it's like, you should be ready for the second one anytime soon.
Right.
For sure.
Here's another one. I think we can both answer it. But what is some advice for a 21-year-old who has no clue what he is doing but wants to improve his life?
21-year-old that has no clue but wants to improve his life.
Not even 21. There's just. I mean, he
general,
says 21,
yeah.
but let's just say you're young.
Okay. Jump on a challenge. Get that mental strength in. I would recommend, like, at that age especially, regardless of the age, but a lot of people are like, out there wanting to drink a lot more and like go out a lot more, especially at 21. A lot of people are more tuned into like, I'm 21, let's go out. That's what I did,
Yeah.
But at that age, for sure, jump on a challenge, start setting goals for yourself, pen to paper, write what you need to have, write what you want to get done, and just focus on that. Save money, and once you do that challenge, you start to learn yourself a little bit more, you will soon figure out what you want to do, and you'll have a plan.
All right.
That was a good one.
That was good. Boom. Let's see. Here's the last one. Right. What advice do you give someone who has started a construction business? He's 23 years old.
Fuck.
Started a construction business. I
would say service over the sale.
Yeah.
Right? Like anybody that you do service, a lot of things comes with referrals. If you service anybody, just make sure you're servicing them to a T. Make sure you do everything 100%, 110, 150%. Because if you treat them well, even if you don't make money, a lot of people are in it to just bank off of them. But that referral will come in, and that referral will give more referrals, and that referral will give another referral. Like, you'll gain business just because of how good you did. Anybody can go search on Google a construction company and go do that, but nobody's going to be able to service them the way that you would.
All right. We're going to get into the last part of it right now.
Right now?
Yeah.
Wait, right now?
For you, yeah.
Yeah?
You're scared. You sound scared.
Oh, that's smooth.
All right. Well, so Mario's got some questions for you.
All right. Hold on. So in this part of this segment,
If he doesn't answer, you got to drink.
we got, this is Truth or Shot? Ah, fuck. All right. So we're 30 minutes in. I've been already drinking, but we're going to ask some questions. We got Mario in the back. He's the one that edits and does all the audio for us. Thank you. The man right there. He typed up some juicy questions for this podcast, and Truth or Shot, here we go.
You haven't seen the questions, huh?
I'm going to take a shot just because.
I'm going to take a lot of shots.
All right, so this is Truth or Drink. There's 11 questions. You got to answer them all. If not, you take a shot. You could potentially be taking 11 shots today.
Whoa. Some sips.
I need a chaser. I'm that person. All right, let's get her started.
Is that
All
a
right.
breath?
Question 1. Why did you break up with your last girlfriend?
I don't think, first off, I think it was like a more mutual thing. She was just toxic and we just needed to separate from each other. It was one of those relations where you just kept getting back, breaking up, going with other people, coming back, just toxicity, to be honest.
Damn. You
It's out there.
answered.
Come on.
He answered it.
What are your biggest turnoffs and turn-ons?
Biggest turnoffs and turn-ons. really want to know that? That's crazy. Turn offs would probably be bad breath. I'm not saying, you know, you have to have perfect breath all the time, but if you have bad breath all the time, and you're trying to kiss, you know,
That's funny. Brush
turn
your damn
ons.
teeth.
I mean, you just gotta be a freak. Show me you're a freak. We're good.
Yeah, show me your idiot.
All right. When was the last time you sent or received a naughty picture?
Yesterday.
Was that sent or received?
Actually, now it's probably like 2 days ago. Both. You know, if you send, I send.
Fire.
Damn, you're really not trying to drink, huh?
I know. I already got some liquor in me, so we're good.
How many sex toys do you own?
None.
Don't lie.
0.
I don't. But I mean, I have some for like. You know. Actually, no, I do. We have some. I have some ropes, some chains.
Yeah, I got you a fucking number for your 21st birthday.
I do not have that no more. There's no way.
That's
I'm keeping
foul.
that. You got me a dildo for my fucking 21st birthday.
I didn't just get him a dildo.
No, my
but
whole family was there, and
I
I
have a
literally
video, bro.
opened up. I think he got me shoes.
I got
right?
you Jordans, yeah.
And he got me shoes, and I whip it out and just wow, 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 wow. I'm like, this motherfucker. But no, I don't have that anymore. But
Yeah. Damn,
No,
time
I
and
got-
place. I didn't know that, huh? I was
Yeah.
just like, damn, grandma's here, everyone's here.
every grandma's here. Damn, my grandma was there too.
Oh man.
All right. Do you prefer sex with the lights on or off?
Off. Actually, off. Music on. And I have this little thing I got on Amazon where it just like shows like little lights up there, like galaxy.
He's like, shit.
What's your biggest fantasy in the bedroom?
Like they want to know it or like I mean I already done it.
What is it? What was it?
Not that one. Baby shots. Wait. All right, my bad. We had another question. We just had to cut that one out. Sorry, it was too much.
I shouldn't be reading this shit.
All right. What's the freakiest thing you've ever done sexually?
That's funny.
Y'all not ready for that one?
Where's the weirdest place you've ever had sex?
Weirdest. I was at like a party, and we had just walked down the street, and the neighbor's house, or like four houses down, had no lights on, and they had like a hedge, like a hedge, like a grass wall where it cut between the front yard and like the remaining of the front yard. Hop right behind there.
Yeah, remember Frost?
You can tell her right now or what?
I'm not saying shit right now.
What
But yeah.
time was it?
What time was it? Probably like 8 p.m., 9 p.m. It was like a high school party.
All right, last one. What's your favorite porn category?
MILFs. I'm just kidding. I don't know. I don't really watch porn to be honest,
Yeah.
but when I did, it was MILFs.
He said
And
milk.
what the fucking? I love titties, so for that one.
That was it.
You heard it here.
That was all questions right there.
You heard it here live. All right, so are we ending this one?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we're ending my part of this segment right now. We're gonna still record Alex's portion after this, but we're probably gonna drop this into 2 videos since one was about like 30-35 minutes, depending on like the edit. The fuck is it? But we're gonna end this one right here. So I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast. If you guys have any more juicy questions or questions you just want us to answer, go ahead and comment them down below. Don't forget to subscribe. Share it with a friend. You know, we're not in this to make money off of this. We're just doing it. I'm telling you, like even before we joined these foods and before all that, we just wanted to start a podcast just ourselves and just have fun with it. So that's what we're doing. We don't really care too much about like, you know, how many people it's reached or like, viral shit or whatever the case is. This is mainly for like the people that follow us, people that fuck with us,
Yeah.
and the people that are out there. You know, if you will learn something today, cool. If not, cooler, I guess.
They definitely learned shit about you, huh?
For sure learned something about me today, especially I've been drinking a little bit. I already knew it was like before we started, I'm like, I'm gonna take a shot for this. But yeah, share it with a friend, turn those post notifications on, subscribe, share it with somebody, show us some love, and we'll see you guys on the next podcast.
Boom.
Go. That's my favorite drink.